Is God male?
Is God male? That's a question that we've been wrestling with for a very long time. When we think about how do we answer that, the first thing that we come to is back in Genesis, the story said that God created us male and female. So there's this certain aspect that none of us individually are a full expression of who God is and God's identity, that it takes both men and women to be a fuller reflection of who God is and what God is up to in this world. Now, an interesting aspect to that is that at least the early Hebrews tended to give masculine pronouns to God. And there's a theory and there's a thought as to why that was, that all of the religions around ancient Israel tended to be fertility religions, and all of the images of God in those religions tended to be female. There are these idols from early Canaanite religion that showed multi-breasted gods because fertility was understood as a female thing. In those ancient Jewish understandings, the sense of identifying God as male said that God was able to create things out of nothing. That God, their God, wasn't a fertility God, which was almost always represented by a woman. So giving God masculine images was a way of saying that the God that the Israelites worshipped was different than the neighboring gods. Obviously, when we talk about God, we also then talk about Jesus, and Jesus clearly was a dude. So when we're thinking about that, we tend to give these masculine images to God. Now, over the long story of the church, indeed, sometimes we thought in negative ways about women. Sometimes we thought in negative ways about feminine aspects of the parts of the traditional religious story. But we are absolutely certain that God is neither male nor female, but there are attributes that all of us carry that reflect the fullness of the image of God.